welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now on ET Now, a show where we take a stock-specific query. Now, you can send us these queries on WhatsApp as well. Ping us on 8657974571 and get investment analysis on your holding and tips for fresh buys in the market. We also have joining us on the show Ajit Mishra, the SVP of Research at Religare Broking. Welcome to the show, Ajit. For the first question, the first query that we have for you today is coming in from Mohan from Orissa. He's holding 7 shares of Dixon Technology at 15,600 for the past 45 days. He wants your suggestion whether he should hold or should he switch over to some other script. He's ready to hold for 3 months.
All right, good morning. So yes, he should definitely hold because earlier we were seeing that the stock was languishing around the long-term averages. Of late, it has made an attempt, a decisive attempt rather, not only to surpass but to sustain above the same also. We believe that once we cross this 15,000 barrier, then probably 16,500 to 17,000 is something that the stock might take in the next 3 to 6 months. So definitely she should hold now, and on the closing basis, 13,500 should be his stop loss.
All right, that's the advice which is there on Dixon Technologies. Next query.
The next query that is coming in is from Reena Thomas from Kerala. She's recently bought 37 shares of ITDC cementation and this was at 764 per share. Should she exit now or hold on? Ajit, can you take that question? Ajit, can you take the question? This is Reena Thomas, who's bought 37 shares of ITDC cementation at 764 per share. Should she exit now or hold on?
So see, the stock has been trading almost vertically, means from 460 to 900, it's almost a vertical run, and the stock has been holding strongly above the short-term averages. Though the indications are definitely overbought and she is making decent profit, my recommendation would be to at least book partial profit around the current area and maintain a trading stop at 860. Since the stock is at the record highs, it's in uncharted territory, the upside is open. So once, let's say, we reach the next major psychological mark around 1,000, she should trail a stop loss to 950 and hold.
All right, next query which is coming in.
Up, we have a query from Mahendra, who's from Mumbai. There are 2 stocks that he wants to know about. He has 15 TVS Motor shares which he bought at 2,858 and Keynes 10 shares at 5,847. So Ajit, he wants to know whether he should hold or sell.
So TVS definitely he should hold because now after almost nearly 8-9 months of consolidation, the stock is set to make a new record highs. In fact, there was a fresh buying pivot formation. It's a tight range consolidation that it has recently ended. So now we have a base around 2,800 which is acting as a strong support. We believe that once we cross this record highs barrier close to around 2,950, probably the stock can inch toward 3,350, 3,400. Positionally. So with a time horizon of let's say 1 to 2 months, you should definitely hold with 2,800 as a closing stop loss. For Keynes, it's trading a very tight range, means there was hardly any price action. The volumes have also dried. So if the time horizon is let's say 3 to 6 months, you can stay put because we are still holding off the major averages. Price action wise, above 6,200 we might see the fresh momentum. In that case, 6,750, 6,800, the previous swing high is going to be the next target area. So with stop of 5,500, one can stay put in Keynes also.
All right, that's the view which is coming in. But moving on, come back after the break. Let's continue with the queries and an interesting query coming in.
Query from Gautam from Mumbai. He noticed that AB Capital is losing for the last few days and Geo Finance is the one that is gaining. So he wants to know whether it is a good idea for him to sell AB Capital and buy Geo Finance for the next 12 to 18 months. What do you think, Ajit?
So in my opinion, in fact, Aditya Birla Capital also, it's been almost nearly 8 to 9 years of consolidation which have ended, means stock has recently made a new multi-year highs. And the move was almost vertical in the last leg, means from 192 to 75 is something that the stock has experienced. So it's natural to see some bit of consolidation and some profit taking. So in my opinion, he can stay put in AB Capital if the view is, let's say, 1 year. And in fact, in case if he wish to make any fresh investment, he can consider Geo France also.
All right, next query coming in from Ignatius, who is regular viewer.
Have is from Ramesh, who is from Delhi. He wants to shift from NCC, that's a 20% loss-making stock for him, to Union Bank at the current prices. He wants to know whether it is advisable to shift right now, or should he average in NCC? Ajit, can you take that question?
Yeah, so if the time horizon is less than 3 months, definitely he can consider doing that, because outrightly most of the PSU banks, they are witnessing decent momentum, and NCC is still struggling below its major averages. So until we cross and sustain above 245 mark, I doubt that we can see any meaningful recovery or a rebound in NCC in the near future. On the other hand, Union Bank or other PSUs like Canara Bank, Indian Bank, they are doing well. So around 155 is something that the Union Bank is currently quoting. So if he considers to switch, then around 140 or rather 138 is something that he should maintain as a stop loss. And gradually he can wait towards 175 to 180 as a positional targets.
All right, next query
is from Kusuma from Pune. She would like to know about the Concourse stock for the next 6 months. Is it the right price for her to buy now? She's looking at for a 15% upside. Ajit?
So it's a very critical juncture, because the stock is hovering between its medium-term to long-term averages, and we are set for the breakout above 765, 770 levels. So yes, the risk reward is favorable, because we've already seen almost 5-6 months of consolidation in corrective phase, and now it seems like a reversal pattern formation on the daily charts. So with stop at 720 on the closing basis, something that she can consider going long. Since her upside is something around 15-20%. So yes, 875 to 900 is something that she can wait for.
All right, moving on to next.
Jacob from who's writing to us from UAE. His investment horizon is for 5 years, and he wants to know about IRDA, PFC, REC, whether they are a good buy for long term, and he also wants to know what is the ideal buy zone to accumulate 500 of each of these shares. What do you think, Ajit?
So yes, REC, PFC, IRDA, they all are good companies to look at, and especially after this corrective phase, it's almost like 5 to 6 months on an average, we were seeing that most of the stocks are down. And PFC, in fact, it's a good dividend play also. So with time horizon of, let's say, 4-5 years, so it's a very long-term time horizon, I would recommend him to review his position every at least a year. PFC at current level also he can consider, considering his time horizon is long, and we have already seen a sharp correction from the record highs. So around 424 he can consider accumulating PFC, and in case it comes down to around, let's say, 370, 360 area by any chance, he can add more. For IRDA, again here the same story, means the stock was quoting around 300 around the record highs, and it tested the lows around 140. It's been very stable from last 4-5 months. So probably we can see further consolidation. So here 160 to 170 should be the accumulation range, and in the next leg, once we, let's say, cross 200, then probably we can see the fresh momentum. And what was the last stock apart from IRDA?
PFC and REC is something that he wants to know about.
Okay, so PFC we've already answered. REC, just in case, if that is IRFC, I guess, towards the stock. So here also we are seeing a similar kind of recovery after the corrective phase. At current level also you can consider accumulating and add more in case if it sees any dip towards 125.
All right, that's the advice coming in from PFC, REC. And
next question is from Sasamani from Coimbatore. They bought ABB at 5,320. The quantity was 300, bought about 4 months back. They want to know whether they should hold or sell. If they hold for another 8 months, what can they expect from this stock? Ajit?
First of all, he bought it very, strong support area. It's already making decent profit, and in fact, the stock has started witnessing traction now, because it has reclaimed its major averages. So definitely, he should stay put now. for a 1 year time horizon, probably around 6,800, 7,000 something that the stock might test. So with stop at let's say 5,700, he can continue to hold his position.
All right, with this.
Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now, where we're taking your stock-specific queries and our market experts are giving you their views. The next question is a general one about Sun Pharma coming from Ramesh from Bangalore. He wants to know whether it is a good time to add Sun Pharma. What would you suggest, Ajit? Is now the right time or should he wait it out?
In the pharma space, if you see that we have very mixed trend, means at one end we have Divis, Dr. Reddy's, Biocon, they are holding strong. At the other end, we are seeing Sun Pharma, Lupin struggling in a very tight range while trading below the major averages. So if the view is short term, definitely he should avoid. The preference should be given to the names like Divis, Biocon. And if he's planning for investment, then he can consider accumulating at current levels and add more in case if it slips around 1550 area.
All right. Thank you so much, Kunal and Ajit, for joining at this hour. And viewers, due to paucity of time, we will not be taking any further query. But
right, that's all we have for you in this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Thank you so much for watching and don't go anywhere. Keep watching ET Now.